In the previous video, we discussed about the first part of hemostasis, that is the platelet plug formation. And now in this video, we'll be discussing about the blood coagulation, which includes the clot formation. Here in this process, the blood is transformed into solid gel at the site of vessel damage. And these reactions occurs in a cascade manner. So we also called it a coagulation cascade. Now let's get into the details. The coagulation cascade occurs via two pathways, intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. The intrinsic pathway has the endogenous activation, that is driven when the endothelial collagen is exposed to the platelets, whereas the extrinsic pathway has the exogenous activation, that is driven when the damaged tissue releases tissue factor. Now let's get to the intrinsic pathway first. We see when the collagen is exposed to the platelets upon endothelial damage, the factor XII gets activated. The activation of factor XII is aided by the polyphosphates released by activated platelets also. Then from here the cascade starts. From here we see the activated factor XII acts upon inactive factor XI and activates it. Then this activated factor XI in turn activates the factor IX. And finally the activated factor IX acts on inactive factor X and makes it active. So finally we have this factor X getting activated. But here the activation of factor X is also aided by the activated factor VIII. And where from this factor VIII comes and is active will be seen later in this video. Now this activated factor X acts upon factor II, that is prothrombin, and it converts it into thrombin, that is the active factor II. And also remember, this thrombin acts upon factor V and makes it active factor V, which in turn aids in the activation of thrombin in a forward loop. So we have now activated factor II, that is the thrombin. Now we will stop this intrinsic pathway here, because from here we will go to the extrinsic pathway first, so that we combine these pathways at some common point. We see the extrinsic pathway has the exogenous activation and gets activated upon tissue injury. When we have endothelial damage, the tissue releases tissue factor, and this tissue factor acts upon factor VII and makes it active factor VII. Then the activated factor VII directly acts upon factor X and makes it active. And also in this diagram we see it is the thrombin which activates factor VIII. In this diagram we see these pathways have merged at factor X activation. And from here the common pathway starts. The thrombin acts upon two factors. It acts on inactivated factor I, that is the fibrinogen, which is a soluble protein, and makes it active, that's fibrin, which is insoluble protein. Whereas on the other side, it acts upon inactive factor XIII and makes it active. And finally these activated factors, the factor I, that's fibrin, and factor XIII forms cross-linked fiber clot and concludes the coagulation process by forming clot. So this is all about coagulation cascade. I hope you like the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Do consider supporting my work on Patreon and also make sure to subscribe this channel. Thanks.